Becky here from 168 Fitness. Over the past few weeks I've been talking about how to achieve your health, fitness and weight loss goals before Easter, and this week I'm continuing with that theme. Now, just to recap, first week I said you need to set some goals so you know what you're actually trying to achieve between now and Easter. The second week was to come up with a plan of action to achieve those goals. And then last week I was talking about taking the first actual step to achieving your goals. So if I was talking about if it is fitness, then you need to actually go and do some kind of exercise, whether it's running, personal training, gym, swimming, cycling, whatever it is that you want to do and get better at and to help you get fit, you need to actually just go and do at least one session. If it was weight loss, you have a choice of sort of burning more calories through exercise or reducing your calorie intake and making some kind of food swaps, or a combination of both would work really, really well. And things like that. I was saying just take the first step, get out there and do it. So hopefully you took my advice from last week and you have already made that first step, and you've done your first session or done that first, taken that first step, made that first put a bit of action towards achieving your goals. So well done if you have done that, if you did at least one thing. Now what I need you to do this week is to repeat what you did last week. So if you did one exercise session last week, or you made one food swap, or you drank 2 litres of water on every single day last week, whatever it is that you did, whether it was one thing, 2 things or more, I need you to be consistent this week and do exactly the same. Now, I won't say to increase it, because actually at the moment the main thing is to be consistent, because that's actually where a lot of people go wrong, that they do it for 1 week and then they wonder why they haven't got the results already. And unfortunately it's not going to happen in 1 week. You need to be taking the action for at least sort of 4 to 6 weeks to see or feel any noticeable benefits, whether that's exercise, food, health, whatever the goal is. So whatever the action you decided to take last week, whatever you decided to do, I want you to do exactly the same again this week, and I promise that it will be enough. Okay, if you did more, if you decide this week to do more, so say you did 1 exercise session this week, you're going to do 2, or you swapped a large latte for, I don't know, a cup of tea instead, saving maybe 100 and whatever calories. If you decide to do that twice this week and last week you only did it once, then that's brilliant. And small swaps like that you can do a bit more regularly perhaps. But what I don't want you to do is to overwhelm yourself. And if you did sort of 2 exercise sessions last week, don't think this week you've got to do 3, 4, 5 sessions this week. You've just got to be consistent, and I promise that's where a lot of people go wrong. And even when clients join up with me for personal training, sometimes they, first week or so, they really just want to go for it, and that's great, and I love enthusiasm and I encourage that, but the main thing is to be consistent and make sure it's sustainable. So don't jump into it and try and do everything all at once, and then by week sort of 2, 3 you find that actually you can't keep it up, and you've overwhelmed yourself, and actually you go back to doing nothing and never achieve your goals. Because actually if you do small steps, take small steps, and do those week in, week out, building up gradually, you're going to get better results in the long term, and you're going to be able to sustain them, because it will feel quite easy, to be honest. Might not feel easy right now, but in the future it will do. So this week then, main thing to think about is being consistent. Whatever you did last week, considering if you took some action last week, hopefully you did, whatever you did last week, I want you to do it again this week, and I will see you next week for the next step.